Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Sonny Winters. I'm back with another edition of the Sonny Winters Experience. On the run with Son here on Sonny Winters TV. You know what I'm saying? We all about surviving this crazy world, making it home safe, circumventing all the pitfalls and the angles. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, it's a lot of self-defense, a lot of firearms training. Stick around. Hit the like button. If it's your first time here, just make sure you hit the subscribe button. This is what we do. Part of my background. Today I got a special treat. Today is all about firearms, it's all about guns. You know what I'm saying? I'm with a top shot, top dog, combat veteran here in the area. And it's a guy that got me started in the game of firearms. I just want to share his story, some of his knowledge. So appreciate you for rocking with your boy. Stay tuned. Man, I like these.
Man, that's it's like range holsters. I made them.
Let's go, Brandon. How far is that Nuka-Cola?
Yeah.
You ain't getting a soda out of there though.
Nah.
You get a bad day maybe.
Yeah, fuck around and find out that.
fuck around and find out dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I buried, but I didn't stop buying guns.
Nah, you can't stop buying guns. Is this a? Who's this by?
That's a PSA dagger. Lock performance with SIG ergonomics, man. It's a really great little package. They're pretty new to the pistol world, but they perform excellent. I've been very happy with them.
This looks like a shield down here.
It's one of the most user-friendly pistols on the planet.
What is it though?
It's a Shield EZ.
Oh, that's the Shield EZ modified or something? I noticed the Shield handle definitely, but this up here you did something.
It's the Performance Center version.
That's the one that has like the light, like the lighter pullback.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. Two biggest folks have is we're pulling a slide and loading. Look here. Just put your thumb there, drop the bullets in. And you know.
Well, this is the only model that comes with that though?
It's the lightest, yeah. It's made so people that have any kind of issues that have where they have.
I remember when you first got this, but I don't remember. Did you put this on?
No, that's an upgrade from the last one.
I remember when this first came out, you was talking about these. I remember we was talking about Coco might, you know what I'm saying, might be interested to get one because it is light, and that pull is super.
The Performance Center, they take a regular model, and then they put all kinds of hot stuff on them. So
it's for the Springfield, the Smith and Wesson.
All brands.
Okay.
You know, all brands have a Performance Center issue. All the good quality brands. But yeah, I ended up. I forget how to come across that. Here's a new pistol. Well, new to the game. It hasn't been out very long. It's called the PSA Rock. It's a 5.7 caliber, which is lately my mostest favorite caliber.
5.7?
5.7 by 28. This little booger hauls ass.
When you say hauls ass, you mean distance-wise, speed?
Muzzle velocity, it's cruising, you know, around, usually in excess of 2,500 feet per second.
Wow. It looks kind of like almost like a combat. That's not a concealed carry.
No, not ideal. No,
because the size of it definitely.
I mean, it could be concealed because of its thin profile. This is the same gun, just less fancy. But it's not heavy and it's got a real thin profile. 5.7 is my latest, most loved.
I like this 570 actually here. I like this 570. It's clear. But, I mean, it's slim, so I guess it's still, because in all actuality, I'm carrying these days. It's hot, so.
Well, yeah, it's a fucking paperweight if it ain't.
It's a paperweight if it's not hot. Now, I just wanted to let you know.
They're all loaded.
This is my guy, so I make sure, I can give him a loaded firearm. I know he's going to do it as soon as he gets it.
They're all loaded until it ain't loaded.
They're all loaded until it
Hey,
ain't.
that's a big ass round. Look at you.
Like Teddy Roosevelt said, the only reason I carry a 45 is because they don't make a 46.
And you done fucked around and became a boomer.
Yeah, you started me with this. You put that 45 in my hand, and it was but the one you gave me was crazy as far as it's carrying. And this
The
was
trigger is trash.
is it?
Yeah.
What do you mean it's trash?
I mean,
Yeah, tell me what you mean. I want to know.
I'm gonna show you.
Said the trigger is trash, so I know he's gonna have an explanation.
Same trigger system. This is kindness.
What's this? Okay. Is that the name of it, or is that
Yeah.
you named it?
That's what I named it.
Oh, okay.
You know.
You gotta help
Yeah.
out the situation.
All right. So this has a upgraded trigger kit in it. Same trigger kit that would go in yours. The optics. Usually, whenever I get a new Glock, my first order of business is the shit can, the sights, and the trigger, the fire control group. Now, don't lock it back. I want you to pull the trigger in a second. Your trigger is a standard Glock trigger. Comes from the factory with it. Go ahead and pull it real quick for me. All right. See, there's nothing in there. I'll pull the trigger on that. See?
Yeah, I get it. But what's this? What's this? A 34 is what caliber?
9mm. But they make the same frame for 10mm, 45, what have you.
Not the same. This was a little slimmer.
In fact, it may take the same fire control group. But
I think I want one of
especially
these.
if you're reaching out at any kind of distance, see, it still ain't got nothing in it.
It's clear.
Then how much weight is on your trigger, determines how much muscle you have to pull to it. And the harder the trigger, the more you tend to drift off to the right while you're pulling the trigger. You get me?
Right, I got you.
So if you have a real light, crisp trigger, then you can pull it minimal effort. Which doesn't mean much up close, but if you're aiming for a small target at any kind of range, the more weight on your trigger, the more you're apt to, miss.
Right.
Because you're still human. Your muscles are working on a pulley system, and you have to pull some direction. Don't get me wrong. This is the most utilitarian gun on the planet. It's always going to go boom when you need it to. But on a slow pull, you can really start to feel the gun shift. How it wants to come to that direction.
You saying that's due to the weight of the trigger?
Yeah. Now, a quick jerk with a lot of muscle, it won't
I
matter.
feel what you said with the pull. Definitely.
Yeah. I'm not talking about up close stuff, which is where most time you need a gun.
It's usually right here.
Yeah, I'm talking about anything at range.
Yeah.
The
You
way
say anything at range is past what? 25? No. I mean, the 3 rule is what? 3 seconds, 3 yards.
Yeah.
What is it? Just the third one? 3 seconds, 3 yards. Most gunfights, they say, it happens. It's 3 seconds at 3 yards. It's not 3 shots. It's something else.
It's 4 feet or less.
Something like that.
Now, see, You put you're locking a housing.
Can mine fit in there? Or is it for any lock or what?
No, because that you can get it for any model, but that gives you accuracy. Like I was shooting a paper plate at 75 yards. You know, because now I have an optic to aim with, and I have
The weight kind of too.
I have a whole body to stabilize, you know, the pistol while I'm pulling the trigger.
What's this in?
That's a
19?
Glock 19X.
Oh, what's the X?
Mhm.
I'm loving the flat earth. I know he's working with the flat earth for the.
The best part about those rigs is you know, now I can just carry it with 60 rounds on
How much is that right there?
it. 60.
In a regular 19. So how does this one feed in?
Yep. Dump that one.
Oh, just dump and go.
Yep.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. And you can fold the rig up. And how long does it take you think to set it up?
Well, this is a dedicated rig.
So you just keep that 19
Yeah,
in there,
it actually stays in a pack in my truck. You know.
and you're ready to go.
Yep.
You get in the game.
And you know, for what it is, it's not over the top.
Nah, it's not heavy. It's not too cumbersome. It's pretty solid. What other the 5.7 Rock? What other who else? What other? Is that the only firearm that carries that round, or is that?
No, the FN 5.7 was the original, you know, 5.7 pistol. And they're high end, they're well made. I hate the trigger.
And you said that's what the Secret Service carries?
Yep. And then Ruger made, you know, a 5.7. And I actually like the fire control system better in it. But it's still a hammer fire system. The hammer's concealed in the housing of the pistol.
In what? In that one?
In the FN and the Ruger 5.7. This is a striker fire, like a Glock.
Right.
And you have the ergonomics of a SIG, but now you have a striker fire 5.7, and the performance is tremendous.
Yeah, I think I might have to. I'll get back from this next trip. That might be it right there.
Now I'll tell you about doing some laser drilling.
Laser engraved. She's empty. She's empty. Is this 45?
Yep, it's a Kimber 1911 45.
Kimber 1911 45 ACP automatic Colt. Is Kimber
It's a top end brand.
I was about to say, yeah, I always see the price tag is always top end brand stuff, but I never know if it's just for the engraving or if it's for the
engraving.
You did this engraving right here?
Yeah, and then I re-glued it. Yeah, Kimber ain't gonna come out with no skulls and scroll work, man. Come on.
That's crazy. It's custom. I don't know if you can see the detail on those skulls. Yeah, that's dope. When I come back from this next trip, I keep saying every time I come back from a trip, I say I'm gonna get something else. I get something else. I was thinking about the little shorty, like the Remington, like the 870 there, but I don't know if it's super practical or not.
Man, they're fun, and they like in the house especially. They definitely could be useful because you know whenever you clear the house, you ain't got a whole lot sticking out. You know, like this. You know, you can keep it up close to you where it's hard to get.
Right.
You know, you might want a flashlight or something because
It's big enough to keep the flashlight on there.
Yeah,
Right?
and still not impede. You know
What you
the
gotta do.
use.
This year I keep saying I want to get better with shotguns because I see it's a definite, almost like an art to it, man.
Yeah.
Like you gotta be ready to reload. You gotta be able to reload on the fly. I see a lot of single shot reloads. I see the importance of it. I see what they do. A lot of people talk a lot of shit about shotguns and why have a shotgun where you could just let off a bunch of shots, but I definitely get it. It's work though. It's not really.
Shotgun beats.
You said shotgun beats everything?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, with a rifle, you know, I'm not saying one bullet can't kill you. A lot of people kill one bullet.
Right. We're allergic to shots.
Now imagine having 24, 38s coming at you from one trigger pull.
Then you compromise with the lower shots. But like I always say, once you get the
like one trigger pull, you have
got all of that going on.
24, pellets coming at you at one time, about 1,200 feet per second. That's a bad day.
No, that's definitely a bad day. That's definitely a bad day for sure.
Typically, most folks use number 9 buckshot. It's heavy.
Heavy?
But heavy's the name of the game, because heavy coming at you at 1,200 feet per second is still, even though it's only 9 pellets.
You're allergic to 9 pellets. Yeah, we ain't supposed to have 9 pellets inside our body.
That's still a bad day.
Yeah, it's a terrible day, man. So what's some of the like I see all of this stuff over here, right? All this equipment. What would be the first thing one would have to get or do to become a gunsmith? Like, what is no one thing? It's like a mechanic. Like, you can't really start off with like a set of Allen keys and become, because I see from like throttle body air brake stuff to Cerakote.
For cleaning gun parts.
Yeah, I see stuff just for sights and just stuff with just rails and clips. Like, you just can't buy a toolbox and just say you're gonna just jump in.
Out the gate, a polymer hammer and a set of precision screwdrivers.
A polymer hammer? Is that what you bang me in the chest with? With the
yeah,
that's a polymer hammer.
That one's used for sights. There's your heavier one.
That's heavy.
That's the most used tool in the whole shop right there.
What is that?
See, it's been used a little
It
bit.
does. What does it do though? What are you doing with a hammer?
Well, you don't want to go banging on your gun with metal. Nobody wants their gun scarred up.
That's why it's the polymer hammer.
The brass side is for tapping punches for disassembly. The polymer side is anytime you have to interact with the firearm itself. You don't want to use anything that's hard as, the firearm itself.
Right. Don't mess up all that pretty detail work that went into it.
Some guys get hung up on there,
So for
cosmetics.
30, a lot of this stuff is stuff you've had for 30 years that still works. Tool, I know my grandfather, he's a mechanic. That's why I always say, like, tools, if you take care of your tools, they take care of you.
Honestly, you go through a lot of tools because,